Hi everyone, and welcome to a new celebrity tarot oracle reading. Oh gosh, what a day. If you guys see from the photo, you know who we're going to be doing a quick pulling on. We are going to do a tarot/oracle reading on the actor Shia Labeouf. So, today is Tuesday, and of course for me, it is a hooky day on my regular job. I stayed home because I actually had to do an interview. So I stayed home just to have a peace of mind. And at the same time, I was like, hey, let me do some content. Spoiler alert, new content will be coming out next week. I don't want to spill the tea, but just a heads up, just letting you guys know. So, pretty much right after I had recorded one reading, this news came up on my phone. I had turned on my Instagram, and here comes TMZ. TMZ has got footage of where Shia appeared to be outside of a bar in New Orleans. Somehow or another, what was supposed to be a good time, which I feel like it should have been a good time for him, turns out that was not the case. It didn't show this at first, but the first video I saw, it just showed him just pissed drunk, and it showed a bunch of guys that were around him, and they were swinging out on him. And I was like, first I was shocked of the fact that, as well as most of us, was thinking that Shia was doing better in his life. He hasn't been in the spotlight that much. The last that I heard was he was in this movie, and he played this cross-dresser. I haven't seen it. I haven't been into Shia in a while, ever since that incident with his ex, FKA Twigs. Now, spoiler alert, when I had the opportunity, or when I get the opportunity, I would love to do a former relationship pull on these two, because, that situation was a bit interesting to me. I mean, not in a good way, don't get it twisted. I feel bad that homegirl had went through that with Shia, and I 100% believe her. If you guys think different, that's you. And that's what had me look at Shia in another light. I mean, I was a fan of him for many, many years, ever since Even Stevens. I developed a crush on him all throughout his career. And it's just unfortunate that he's right back being, his bad self. He always been a bad boy, constantly getting into trouble and constantly going to jail. And it's crazy. It's crazy. I am and saddened that he had to be like that. And looking at that video, and I saw the guy swinging, I felt like, at first I was thinking that the guys were picking on him, that they were just, hitting on him, and he just seems like he's so defenseless, and some people want to laugh about it. I looked at the comments of TMZ, and they want to bring up Transformers and talking about where the hell is Bumblebee, WTF, where's Bumblebee? Like, that is not cool. That Shia, he is not going to be in any more Transformers movies. That's over and done with. That's been a long time ago, and he's way past that. So that was something. But coming to find out that The reason that the guys were swinging on him was because he, it basically looks like he got drunk, and then he just lashed out on anger. He had headbutted this guy, and I guess that's how the other men stepped up to him and started swinging on him. And then he ended up, of course, being treated by the ambulance, and he was arrested due to battery. I don't know if I can get the information screenshot here. I would do that. So upon seeing this, I was like, I gotta do a quick pulling on him. To me, from what I see, Shia has, I don't know if he has been open about his mental health, but I feel like something is going on with him on a spiritual level. That's just my take on it, and I don't really understand. As a fan, I couldn't really say like I'm all the way of the fan since the FKA incident, but I was still thinking like a part of him, for the sake of his daughter, because he is a father, that he got himself together. But apparently those demons are still, they're still messing with him. So I wanted to get a quick pull. I want to try to see like what is going on with him. I don't want to take up too much time in this video, but I wanted to share my thoughts and opinions on the situation. Also, I want to try to squeeze in a little love pull concerning Shia's wife, miagoth. They've been together for a couple years. She is the mother to his daughter, and I wanted to see what is going on with them now. Just like that, with everything coming out with Shia, and I hate that. I was like, damn it, I ended up had to hit on TMZ to try to see like what else did they say about him. It is reported, and it's actually reported by Just Jared as well, that Shia and Mia again had separated. I didn't really want to see that because I wanted to flip my cards first to see if that's really the tea. They had broken up a couple of times before merging back together, but I wanted to get a quick pull on, the alleged events. So I definitely have to get my love cards together, especially my messages of love and the broken mirror. So yeah, that is what we're going to do in this video. Now, of course, before I get started, I have to give you guys a quick disclaimer. Disclaimer, please keep in mind that everything in this video pertaining to Shia Labeouf or pertaining to miagoth Labeouf is declared 100% alleged unless it comes out of the persons that are in this video's mouth or the people that is very closest to them. You guys are more than welcome to share your thoughts and opinions. I tell you all the time, please be respectful. I know some of you guys are not fond of Shia, as you can see, of course, because he had done, he has been, making a mess of himself for so many years. But I just urge you guys to please be respectful, and then we'll all be skippy, okay? Without further ado, let's get started. And we are back. So if y'all notice, I got a little crazy with the cards. I thought about simply just, instead of me, taking long periods of time to shuffle, because it took me a minute with the tarot cards. That way I can get a jump start on things, and that way the video won't be as long. So these are all the cards that I have for Shia. I got my black tarot oracle card deck. My black tarot card deck, because I felt like this card deck would be good pertaining to this situation, to go a little bit more in depth. I also have been got back using them a little bit, my What's the Tea oracle card decks, my OG cards, and my Truth oracle card deck as well. And also I got cards on my right you can't see off camera, but they're from my new card deck that I gotten over a couple days ago. Don't judge me, okay? Alright, so let's get started with the tarot. So I'm going to show you guys the first card that came out for Shia. And I just asked Spirit, like, what is the current energy and what are the reasons why, you know, Shia is like this, why he's acting like this. We have the Two of Cups in reverse. And the Two of Cups in reverse means unrequited love and rejection. I'm going to read the symbolization behind this card, and it reads as follows. Two energy figures intertwine, and the female/male symbols link in a burst of energy above them. They each bring a cup to their relationship. So this card pertains to lovers, but it is in reverse, and it pertains to unrequited love and or rejection. To go a little bit more in depth with unrequited love, it reads as follows. Unrequited love is a one-sided, unreciprocated romantic affection where one person's deep feelings are not returned, or returned to a lesser degree by the object of their affection. It often involves intense longing, heartbreak, and idealized, unrealistic views of a person, causing emotional pain similar to grief. The Two of Wands reverse in love signifies stagnation, fear of commitment, and indecision, often pointing to a relationship that lacks future planning or has hit its standstill. It suggests reluctance to leave a comfortable but unfulfilling situation, or excess worrying about a future that causes present moment anxiety. So one of the reasons that Shia is acting this way, because it pertains to his love life. It pertains to his marriage with Mia. And as I told you guys in the introduction, those two have been together for years, and there have been issues between the two where they'll get together and they'll try to work it out, and then something happens, they end up separating, taking one time off of the other. It sounds like to me it's definitely one of those cases where it's like a lack of communication. One may be thinking one way while the other one may be thinking another. Maybe he wants to love her in the way that he wants to love her, but she may be different. That's why it's coming off as being like one-sided. And the only solution is that to stop this pattern. So because it looks as though that they're not good together. And I haven't begun pulling any love cards yet, but it's saying that the relationship has been almost as though like a roller coaster. And on Shia's end, he feels like that he's being rejected. He feels as though the love is coming at him one-sided. But his spirit's saying to him that he has to let that relationship go. And speaking of relationship go, I do have this. So we have breakup, walking away, separation, end. So allegedly, and I know I said in the intro, this is what I got, that this came out about, retain to his true feelings, that it looks as though that there was a breakup that had happened between him and Mia, allegedly. So we have the Two of Cups. The next card that we have the Queen of Cups in the upright. And the Queen of Cups meaning behind this card, you need to act with conviction regarding a significant relationship. The symbolization behind this card reads as follows. A female figure has octopus tentacles at the bottom of her card and a cup balance on her head, representing her ability to commit to and balance emotional situations. And in the upright, it represents nurturing and emotionally supported. To go a little bit more depth in this card, it reads as follows. The upright Queen of Cups represents a deeply intuitive, compassionate, and emotionally mature person who acts as a caring guide, nurturing mentor, or supportive friend, often acting as an emotional anchor for others. This individual is empathetic, trustworthy, and skilled at offering wise advice. She balances intense feelings with emotional stability, providing a safe, non-judgmental space. So Shia has like the Queen of Cups, has the Queen of Cups card, and it's basically saying that it's either like telling, like us that don't be so hard on him pertaining to his actions because of what he has been through. And one thing I will say is this. It baffles me about each and every time when there's something that is negative pertaining to Shia, that you have these people that say these things, and they do it, of course, to many celebrities who have fucked up, as if that they are not human, as if they don't have like issues of their own. They have to be perfect. So each and every time that Shia does something, it's just people that's just like bashing him so, and like making fun of him and making jokes. And at the end of the day, he's human and he has feelings. Like, he is no better. It shows that he is no better than the rest of us. Like, there are some people that done worse shit than what he has done, like killing people, and it just seemed like they just hit at him so hard. But the Queen of Cups is saying that, like, on the spiritual realm, she's not going to, she's there to keep the balance intact, to make sure that, like, whatever that he does, because it still shows that he's still a work in progress. I feel like this: speak positivity, and then things won't keep happening that the way they do. The more that you be negative about it, especially with this situation, the worse that it would happen. And I said it myself today that I don't want Shia to be like another Aaron Carter, because he goes back with Aaron, with Bow Wow, with everyone that is around his age range, Hilary Duff, Lizzie Lohan. He's part of that era, and I don't want that to happen. And I'm glad that this card came out, because on a spiritual level, the Queen of Cups is with him, someone emotionally supportive, loving. I'm getting the sense that this is like a motherly energy, because I remember that probably like 2 or 3 years ago, it is said that Shia's mother, his twin, literally his twin, I swear, she's beautiful, she had unfortunately had passed away. And my condolences you know, to him and his mother. I can't, about his mother, I can't imagine. I go through it with my father, so I don't want to jump off a topic, but I feel like that part of the Queen of Cups could be pertaining to the energy of his mother. At the same time, on the spiritual side, you have the Queen of Cups that wants to bring in that nurturing energy to him, that nurturing feeling to him, without that less, you know, without him being less judged for his actions. And before I get to the next tarot card, I do want to show you guys the cards that are put on over to the side, okay? We have, let me start with these two. So the first card for Shia, we have weigh your emotions carefully and find equality within. So I feel like this card is telling Shia that be careful about his emotions. It sounds like to me that he is the type that if something makes him upset, he's going to go wild. If something doesn't go right, he's going to go wild. It's almost like he may have like fire in his chart. That's what it sounds like to me, just looking at this card. And it's saying that, I feel like Spirit is saying to him that he needs to be careful with his emotions. Like if he gets mad about something, then just don't go over to 1,000 over the littlest thing. That's what I feel like. That's what he does, and he has to be careful not to do that. The next card that we have touching the boundless limits of the universe. So I'm getting a feel that this card could be telling Shia that what he's praying for. Now, Shia's religion history, it is said that I only knew him as Jewish, but recently he had became Catholic, and he could be, at certain periods of time, he could be praying for certain things, and but he's not sure about how, you know, God, the universe, how these things would, you know, come to him. And this is saying to me that the universe is limitless with whatever that you're asking. No matter what you're asking, the Spirit, the universe, the Lord Jesus, whatever you believe in will bring it to you, but it will bring it to you in your own way. We also have this card here. We have ascend to the highest vibration of human life. Harmonize your energy. Embrace your true being. So it's basically just saying be at ease. Be at ease. And I want to show you guys this card as well. We have energy frequency shift. So it doesn't, you know, it's not hard to figure out like what this card means. I feel like that Shia at times, he may go through certain energy shifts. So just picture this as this being him, and he's got, you know, this energy, that energy, this energy, that energy, this energy, that energy, this energy, that energy, and so and so and so on. That's basically representing him. So it sounds like to me he definitely has like a lot going on. And the last card we have the cycle continues. The cycle continues. Now I'm not really sure if that's just saying like, you know, this whole, you know, saga of Shia acting wild and crazy, and that represents the cycle continues. But I'm really hoping that this is not like the grim, like saying that if the cycle keeps continuing. Well, let's not hope that, okay? I don't want to put that on there, but I'm just going to stick with the first thought what I have, okay? I don't want to say nothing bad. All right, so we have those. Now let's move on to the next tarot card. The next card that we have the Seven of Spears in the upright. And the meaning behind this card reads as follows. Time to consider how you will invest in your success. Put resources back into what you have that is successful or start a new venture. The symbolization behind this card reads as follows. 7 spears drop from a tree, exhibiting the abundance of energy hovering over a fertile landscape. In the upright, it represents long-term planning and dedicated persistence. So it sounds like to me that this is a message from Spirit. This card came out actually for Ray J as well. And it's just simply saying that it's time for Shia to invest in what brings him success. So from the looks of it, upon doing research, trying to find photos of him, what I can use for this reading, he has been, trying to get back into the acting game. And that is one of the things that I feel he's definitely most talented at. So Spirit just says, just continue focusing on that. If he gets himself right, it is an indicator that he will come up like abundantly. Like there could be like he can be able to revamp his movie career, like revamp his acting career. Sorry, I'm trying to find the words on that. So that's what that sounds like to me. So we have the 7 of Spears, and that card actually came out twice. And the fourth card that we have the Knight of Wands. Ooh, that's spooky. The Knight of Wands. And the Knight of Wands in the upright reads as follows. The meaning behind this card. You need to go on an adventurous request. Step out of your routine and explore. The symbolization behind this card reads as follows. A warrior rides a stallion filled with energy to take him through the darkness. In the upright, it represents driven and passionate. Now, this is very interesting because on the oracle side from my What's the Tea, we do have like a travel card, So this could even be saying that, I don't know. Here's the thing. I don't know if Shia has been traveling, but I feel like it's Spirit's calling of telling him that he needs to get away somewhere, and not get away where, for him to act crazy. He really needs to get away with a place where it's quiet and where he can work on the things that he needs to work on within himself. And this is definitely a strong message. What I feel is a strong message to Spirit that he needs to work. Okay? He needs to work on this. So we have the Knight of Wands in the upright. Let's stop for a minute because I do have like some tarot cards over here that I put over to the side because I wasn't really sure about whether they relate, but either way, we're gonna go over them right now. So let's do more oracle. So you guys see all the cards that I have here on the oracle side. So the first card, I'm just gonna pull them at random. We have Forgotten Person, Core, Past, Old Friend. So this could be like a symbolic way or a symbolic thing that Allegedly, it could be going on with Shia's mind. It seems like that he has like a lot of emotions that he's feeling. Allegedly, that he may be feeling some type of way, that he may feel like, you know, he's forgotten. He's someone of the past. Because I'm not getting a feeling of this is related to, this is not one of those cases where I'm reading on him regarding another person and it's like, oh, well, it's a person that I forgot, you know, in my past. But I feel like that this is referring to him, that he feels like he's forgotten. He's like old news. We also have this card here. We have Played Out. This is one of the first cards that came out from my What's the Tea Oracle card deck, that allegedly he may feel played out, forgotten. We also have a card that indicates a clown. Allegedly. We also have the snake card. Snake, lie, poison, fertility. So this could either mean that Shia he has like either like I'm trying to figure out whether if he's, I feel like that, you know, a snake is an enemy, so it could be that he could have like snakes around him, or it's something to do like what's going on with him like mentally inside of him. And we also have a dirty offer. And most of the time when this card comes out, I am not sure about what this may mean, but it could be referring to, let's just say, this whole trip going to Mardi Gras. The question, who invited him? Is it the snake of a person that had invited him? May have got him, you know, like drunk and having this, because this could be like this could be the thing, because you have to be careful, especially when, you know, it's these celebrities and they just seem like that they're targeted. We see this all the time with certain, you know, talented people, that they end up getting targeted and then they go down this downward spiral. I feel that there could be a snake that's closest to him, like a friend that took him on this trip, got him, you know, either drinking and got him doing something else. Now I have two cards that are flipped over, y'all, so I'm just gonna go ahead and show you this one. Please keep in mind everything is alleged. I'm gonna leave that there for a minute, okay? So as I was saying, I feel like that the snake got him drunk, allegedly, and that's how that dirty offer came into place. Because that snake came in and enticed him and made, now keep in mind, Shia went to rehab. The last time we saw him, he went to rehab. He looked amazing. He thanked his wife for sticking by him, and he was very emotional about it, about having her, and he was in a good headspace. But there are people, they're low-key hidden, they're like this, and that are around him. So I feel it's definitely one of those moments when he went out, when he got alone, because allegedly there's a breakup between him and Mia. He put her aside, he's alone. What are the people going to do? Just going to be around him, enticing him, getting him drink allegedly, and that became a dirty offer. And then now look what happened in the situation. And the Five of Swords reads as follows. When it's in reverse, it reads despair and distrust. The meaning behind this card, there is a loss or defeat you must accept and work to overcome. Symbolization behind this card reads as follows. 5 swords align the top of the card, with the one in the middle replacing the head of the figure, leaving the whole being unbalanced. So it's an indicator that it's time for him to let go. This could be pertaining to the relation aspect of him and Mia. To go a little bit more in depth, in reverse, the 5 of Swords reverse signifies a release of tension, a desire to move past conflict, and the end of a hostile situation. It often indicates choosing peace over winning, letting go of grudges, or accepting a loss gracefully rather than continuing a pointless battle. It can also represent a shift from ego-driven conflict to reconciliation, though it may be occasionally suggest lingering unresolved resentment. Oh, that's very interesting. See if it says anything pertaining to, okay, I see where it says in the love and relationship aspect, because I feel like that is what this is pertaining to. I need to stop fighting over who is right or walk away from a toxic, disempowering situation. It can indicate a shift towards more mature communication and leaving behind petty drama. So it's either telling him that whatever he is going through with Mia, if he's coming at her, let's just say like in a way that is not appropriate or in a way she may not feel comfortable with, it's time for him to stop that and talk to each other, you know, like equally, and talk to each other without, you know, being petty, without fighting, and letting go, and also letting go of that relationship. So there is a loss or defeat, and you must accept and work to overcome. So it's telling him that he has to work on this aspect, not lingering on. So let's pause from this card because it does relate. Let me show you these next 2 that we have. So on the oracle side, what's the tea? We have creeping, allegedly, and we have fake accounts, fake social media accounts to spy, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, etc. So there's an indicator that allegedly there is a breakup between Shia and Mia, and allegedly, don't know how long. They said it. They reported and said that it was over a year since they break up. Not sure if it's accurate or not. We don't know. That's only between them. But it looks as though that allegedly, Shia, allegedly, okay? And keep in mind, everything is alleged. I have to slap the alleged GIF all throughout this video. That's why I'm like, these readings, I'm like, oh my god. But yeah, that could be allegedly what could be going on at this time. So it's telling him to get himself over it. Okay, the next card, let's see. Well, let's go on to the Lover's card. We have the Lover's card in reverse. Let's do the Lover's card. Okay, the Lover's card in reverse represents jealousy, unfaithfulness, conflict, and separation or divorce. Going back to the card that I showed you guys regarding the breakup. So it's accurate. The symbolization behind this card reads as follows. 2 figures embrace one another, merging their energies together in a sacred and sexual union, but however, it is in reverse. Let me give you a little bit more in depth with this card. And the Lover's card reverse indicates disharmony, inner conflict, and misalignment within personal values, just like what I was saying earlier with the first card. often signaling imbalanced relationships or poor decision making. It suggests a need to address communication breakdowns, potentially for a breakup or separation. And it is a requirement to look inward for self-love rather than seeking external validation. In love and relationships represents a rocky period, lack of alignment or disconnection from a partner. It may indicate growing apart, unrequited feelings, going back to the word unrequited, or the need to address selfish, immature behaviors. It sometimes suggests a choice to lead a relationship that no longer serves you. Okay? Because like Spirit's saying, like, let it go. Let it go. Okay, so we have the Lover's card in reverse. The next card that we have the Ace of Wands in the upright. And the definition behind this card reads as follows: the meaning. You need to be inspired or excited. Something or someone needs your spark. The symbolization, a spark of light illuminates the darkness at the tip of a magic wand. In the upright, it represents inspiration and spark. So it could either say that with everything that Shia, is going through, like Shia as a person, he does have that spark within him, and it's time. Like I'm thinking, like what Spirit's saying is that telling him, don't let that spark die out, because there is something within you. Guys, let me show you this oracle card real quick. We have, now this is one of my favorite cards because this card will come out from time to time. We have Shine. Your light irritates their demons. So that reflects to this, okay? So I take back what I said. These cards do relate, okay. So it's telling, Spirit's telling Shia to shine. Shine. Don't let the spark give out, because your light irritates their demon, meaning that what he does and the type of person he is, he makes a whole lot of people like irritated towards him. That there's a lot of people, I feel, that don't like him and that allegedly wants to see his downfall, but he's special. He's special. So Spirit's telling him to shine. Don't let that spark run out, okay? Just keep on shining, okay? Don't let them do it. So we have those two. The next card that we have the Three of Cups. The Three of Cups. Okay. So the Three of Cups in reverse represents overindulgence and discord. The symbolization behind this card reads as follows: 3 cups from a small pyramid, while a single burst of light hovers in the distance. It shows the way through the darkness. That's very interesting. And going a little bit more in depth about the 3 of Cups, reverse typically signifies the end of a celebration, social isolation, or strained relationships, often characterized by gossip, threes of crowd dynamics, or excessive partying, leading to a burn down. Remember that played out card, y'all? It suggests the need to reevaluate social circles, address emotional imbalance, or focus on personal rather than collective joy. So that goes back to what I showed you guys earlier about Shia needs to travel. He needs to get away somewhere to focus on himself and worry about and also figure out like his inner circle, about his friends, the snakes, to remove those out of the equations, because those are the people or the peoples that wants to see his downfall. So Spirit is telling him that he has to really evaluate himself, that there's something that appears to be wrong there, and he definitely has to make changes with that. And the last card that we have the Hangman card in the upright. Where there is darkness, there will be light. And the Hangman card reads as follows: The Hangman represents knowing sacrifice when we realize we must accept a short-term difficulty for a long-term gain. The Hangman archetype is the 12th encounter of the Fool. It shows the importance of devotion, surrender, and sacrifice as ways forward, which are just as powerful as the willingness in the Charlotte lesson. Symbolization behind this card reads as follows: a figure that hangs upside down from a structure so he can see the pure light of the universal power and knowledge. He realizes his small place in the vastness of the cosmos. In the upright, knowing sacrifice, change in perspective, and patience. So I feel like that this card came out because it could be deep within. Shia knows that he has to definitely make changes within himself. He has to make some sacrifices in order for things to work on in the long term, and that means like really getting himself together. And the good news is, guys, that this is like a good card, because good thing it came in the upright and that is not in reverse where let's just say he's being selfish about it, but coming to terms with it once he gets himself together. He really needs to definitely change all aspects and keep a caution button on, okay? Alright, guys, so we are down to the last two cards. So I'm going to show you guys this card here. We have home, refuge, belong, haven. So this could be what Shia is feeling at this present time. This incident just happened, so I don't know if, he may, still be behind bars. But right now he could be thinking about home, or he's, of course, he wants to go home after this. That's why I feel like this card came out. And the last card here. So I feel like that this reading came out really good. And oh gosh, I don't even want to show y'all this card because I knew that this card was going to come out. Alright, so I'm not going there. I just knew. I felt as though I knew it. I freaking knew it. I knew it. Alright. Okay, y'all, so we went through those cards, and that was like a lot of information, and that was very interesting. This reading is going by so well. So now what I want to do is I want to take a look at the I have my healing cards here, so let me do some true emotional. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna draw out of this picture. Let's change the imagery for a second. Okay, so hey, this is a most recent picture of Shia. There's like some odd reason that he had lost some weight. Because I envisioned like being like big and buffy, but he had lost weight. So I have my true emotional oracle cards here, and I also want to use like my soul expansion healing card deck. Yeah, I'll put those over there. And what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna pull out total maybe like 5 cards each between the both, and then we'll go over them just like that as we go along, and then we're gonna go on to like the love aspect between Shia and me. All right, I got my incense going. All right, I'm just gonna burn one protection. Oh, I'm not trying to be on here at long. It's late and the girls gotta go back to work. All right. Okay, Spirit. So now the true emotional energy. Spirit, what is the true emotional energy that is surrounding Shia at this time? Give me, oh gosh, give me 5 cards indicating the true emotional energy surrounding Shia. Okay, so we have the first card here, allegedly. We have ashamed, guilt, embarrassed, in the wrong, allegedly. And this card came along with, let me see. Okay, we have the shady card, the shady. And that could refer to the snake card, allegedly. Surrounding Shia at this time. And the card that flipped forward, we have a karmatic lesson. Karmatic lesson. Okay, I see where we have on and off, hot and cold, detach. Emotional energy. Okay, so we have the drinking, toxic lifestyle. Okay, allegedly, the drinking, toxic lifestyle. So that's a strong indicator. Back to what I was saying. Okay, let's take out one more card. Let's say 5, but extra one won't hurt. What's that shady card? It's like, what's it in sharp? Alright. Okay, you see how that card flipped out, y'all. We have losing sleep, worried, replaying events, thinking about you. Yeah, I still feel as though that's definitely something to do like with Mia. So he's been going through, allegedly he's been going through, again, I don't know how long you know they had been separated, but he has been going through some things. Now I have my soul expansion healing card deck, and it's very pertaining to Shia Labeouf. He give us the reasons why he's acting out the way he is. Wow. Okay, so we have the first card. We have competition. Allegedly. Who is he competing with? Shia. Okay, so we have intimidation. An intimidation card is very interesting. Could it be that how that fight broke out? Did someone push him or made him seem like that he attacked that person? Because going back to that footage, he was standing there and he was talking to a guy. And certain people could say certain things, and his emotion is like, poosh. And you see how this boy is nervous over this guy, this other boy that appeared to be a bully. I'm getting a sense that someone definitely prompted him, and he had retaliated by headbutting him. Either it was something that was being said wrong, and he retaliated in that way. Like something has started along with that fight, y'all. So that's very interesting. The next card that we have for Shia, allegedly, we have jealousy. we have jealousy. That could be either like he has like a jealous energy, or he feels jealous pertaining to a situation. That's the second time that came out. And the third card that we have the fourth card, I'm sorry y'all, we have imbalance. These cards are really interesting. I can't just pull more than, how many I pull, like 4? Okay, let's do 3 more. They are very interesting. I love these. And y'all keep in mind, as always, if you're new to this video, and if you made it by far, please give this video a like. It allows the video to float around the YouTube streets. And the cards that you see in this video, whatever card I'm using, I will make sure to add them down in the description. These are awesome, by the way. I have to do a separate video on them. Oh, let me move my tablet away from that fire. Okay. Alright, so let's continue. Alright, Spirit, what is what's currently going on with Shia at this time? 2 more cards, Spirit, 2 more cards. Okay, so guys, we have 3 more. I'm just gonna put them over here. Alright, so the next card that we have sadness. We have sadness. We have emptiness. Emptiness. And the last card, we have impulsiveness. And that's definitely like one of the expressions that come off if, again, you were to, you know, come at him or say things in a certain way. You know how someone would say, oh, you're impulsive. All right, you guys. So that's a little bit of those, explaining more feelings. Now we're going to move on to the relationship aspect. I'm going to take this picture away and bring this picture up, and now we're going to do a quick love pulling pertaining to Shia and Mia. And I think what I'm gonna do is that I'm going to take out some more cards, and then I will explain to you, because I'm really trying not to get this video too long, but child, it's been over an hour. So let's I'm gonna cut off the video for a second, and then when y'all come back, you'll see a lot of cards. Just hold tight, hold tight. And we are back. As I was saying, I do have my yes or no cards in hand, and if I feel the need that I wanted to ask Spirit a question pertaining to like who's who it's relating to allegedly, then that's when I'll use these. Okay, so I'm going to go by them very quickly, and then we're going to wrap this up. Now, it's nothing that anything that's what I feel is new. If you guys are like, you know, like fans of these two, you know, on a positive level. But I do see like some things of, you know, just going through it and, you know, struggling to find oneself. Okay, so let's get started. So the first card that we have a desperate, and allegedly that could mean there appears, or had appeared to be, a desperation within this relationship, within this marriage. Desperate could mean that it's either like one or the other or both was trying to make this relationship work, and they really wanted it to make it work to the point that allegedly they were desperate for it to happen. The next card after that, we have crisis. So the crisis card, that is, long story short, what I feel relates to the overall relationship, the overall situation. This card screams to me like during a crisis there were allegedly like some losses. You see that this man had coins on his boat, and then here this wave comes in, and all of a sudden his coins go, you see how it is, his coins go all over the place because there is a huge tidal wave and the ocean is swallowing, you know, up those coins. So I feel like with this card, it's telling me that, you know, the same thing what I was saying about one putting in, I feel like one putting in all of the relationship, or it's a feeling that when you're in a relationship, like saying in this relationship, either between one or the other, they felt like that they put their all into it, and then it just it left them with nothing, left them with missed opportunities. And but following this card behind that, we have missed opportunity. I didn't act when I should have. So it could be between like one or the other. I'm not gonna say who. I feel as though that's who, but I'm gonna leave that up to you guys. That someone felt as though that they had missed an opportunity throughout all of this time being in this marriage and trying to make it work. There was opportunities, either it had to been like, you know, like other people, other, let's say other jobs, and you know, one wanted to do that job, but because they had to be faithful to one or the other, then they were unable to take it, and that means like a missed opportunity, something that could have benefit one or the other, allegedly. The next card we have after this one, we have a vacay card. A vacay. Now the vacay card, I don't think that relates to what I was telling you guys earlier when I just pulled on Shia, but with the vacay card, it could be like allegedly, depending on allegedly, when Shia and Mia had separated, they could have been on vacation. Allegedly. Okay? You guys have your own thoughts and opinions. Comment down below. The next card that we have risk, opportunity, safety, signs. So this is a very strong card. This is telling me that one or the other, both of them decide to be in this relationship as a risk. It also indicates that, you know, you have opportunity, like going back to what I feel the missed opportunity, and the safety indicates like the safetyness of one or the other, one of them. Okay. I'm gonna pause right here because I want to stop for a second. Ask Spirit a question pertaining to Mia. But what I feel like this card is saying, this card is an indicator that this whole thing, like being, you know, of risk of being together, you know, like missing opportunities, and for, you know, like safety reasons, because this relationship was indeed toxic. It was almost like, you know, the signs were right there, but either one was either blindsided, or the signs were just like showing all over the place, but yet they were again desperate to keep the relationship going. Let me see my yes or no cards real quick. We're gonna pause for a second. I know that Shia wasn't really the best, but I wanted to ask, like, to see if allegedly Mia was the one. Was she violent too within this marriage? Allegedly. Spirit pertaining to, hold on a second. Spirit pertaining to Mia, was she violent, allegedly, was she violent on her own end against her husband, Shia? Let's see. Spirit, was Mia violent? Okay, so we do have a response, and you see that it fell out. This one was on the side. We have allegedly. The answer is yes, and no doubt. That card, both of them came out, so the answer is yes. So allegedly, there was like some violent activity on her end. Allegedly. All right, so y'all don't come at me. All right. Okay, the next card, we have responsibility. And the responsibility card, I feel that it came out between the two in reference to what I feel is their child. That they, you know, had a responsibility, and with that responsibility, it's, let's try this again. You know, let's try to make this relationship work, because there is a child, and you know, she needs, you know, her mother and father together. But if you guys notice, like, the responsibility, you see how the man and woman are walking, and you see that the road, that it's like a, let's just say the sidewalk that they're walking on is crumbling. So that just gave me a sense that they were just like trying to do it, but you had these pair of hands that were, you know, making the roads bumpy. Like, it was going to be like a bumpy experience. It was going to be trials and tribulations, you know, through this marriage, allegedly. The next card that we have possibilities, free spirit, adventure, risk. Again, the risk word calls out to me that this marriage, this relationship overall was a risk factor between the both of them. We have the divine masculine, yang masculine energy. So it was like masculinity. It could indicate like masculinity within that relationship. We have one of the issues. We have stress, turbulence, tension, arguments. Let's see. We have intuition, heart strong, telepathy, inner knowing. So this shows here that someone within the relationship, and I keep on saying someone, we already see it like with Shia. I feel like that this is coming from Mia. So she already just knew, like, intuitively, that there's something about this relationship that deep down, I feel like that she was trying to, you know, like, ignore it, and was on this attempt on trying to keep this marriage together. But deep down within her, like, she knew that this relationship was not good, and she had to, you know, make a choice to do something about it. Allegedly. Let's see. We have cards on the legs. Okay. Let's see. We have deadly combo. Dangerous when together, trigger explosive. So this is a big bang here. This is the ultimate toxicity card. We have the next card here. We have late bloomer, age gap or immature, attitude out of sight, needs more time. So allegedly there was someone in a relationship that was acting immature. The age gap reflects to Shia being older than Mia. I don't know how old they are right now, but I know he's definitely older than her. You know, there was a sense of like being, you know, attitude, arguing, fighting, and it's a sense that one or the other needs more time to adjust themselves. I don't know, the one or the other. Figure it out, okay? The next card that we have abandoned, left out, walked away, cold. This allegedly could have been one of the issues that had happened between the two, that one or the other either felt abandoned, like one just, you know, like walked out and was staying away at periods at a time, allegedly. It also reflects on this card here. We have absence. I feel like a part of me is missing without you. Now that could be like within the now, and if I could take a guess, that definitely is coming off of Shia's energy. We also have damage. We are both hurting from this. Allegedly. Let's see, the next card that we have crumbling. What you built feels like it's falling apart. It's okay. You still have the strength to build anew. Okay. We have these two cards here. We have self-love and we have destiny. I'm still struggling to find the right path. Self-love, I am still trying to heal. So this is a period where either you know, one or the other or both of them could be allegedly struggling to either find themselves, and the self-love part is definitely important. I feel like that is definitely important for them, that they really need to heal within this situation. And the next card that we have, try to keep those from falling, okay? The next card that we have all talk, silver tongue devil, big flirt, no action player. So this is very interesting, and the word unfaithful did come out allegedly, but this shows that it's either like between Shia or between Mia, that one will go out at bars and, you know, they would talk to other women or talk to other men, and they will come off as a big flirt, but they will not take no action, you know, against it. Allegedly. We have the next card. It takes two. Someone is not committed, incapable, conflicted. Okay, the next card that we have nourish, self-growth, self-focus, soul finding. So this just shows that, again, both of them needs to take some time apart, work on each other, and grow within themselves so they can have a much more like a mature and wonderful connection. See, the next card we have self-righteous, act spiritually superior, condescending, preaching. Allegedly. We also have a secret past, skeletons in the closet, not telling the whole story. So I don't know what that relates to. Y'all figure that out up in the comment section below. We have this card here. We have reminiscing. I miss our inside jokes. That shows that either one or the other, okay, allegedly is thinking about the other. And the last card that we have perspective, better off, happiness, clear headspace. So it's saying spiritually that, you know, even though, of course, because, you know, there's feelings, it's not like there's not going to be no feelings, there's not going to be tears or anything like that, you know, going through a breakup. I feel that once they get themselves together, then they will have a clear aspect on the situation. And that's where, you know, the reliefness, the clear headspace, the happiness will come about. And yeah, so that's what I got for you guys pertaining to Shia and Mia. And let's ask this. So since this is one of those cases where it says alleged that these two have broken up and they've been separated for about a year, let's ask Spirit, allegedly, once they get themselves together, will they merge back together? In my honest opinion, I really don't think that it is a good idea. But, you know, I'm not in control of that. That's up to the universe, and that is whatever that they want to do because they share a child together. But let's ask those questions. Spirit pertaining to Shia and Mia, will they get back together? It says that they broke up. Will they get back together? Shia Labeouf and miagoth, will they merge back together once they clear things up? Allow the card to fall out. Spirit, allow the card to fall out. Then the Shia and Mia, would they get back together? And allegedly, you guys, we have it. The alleged answer: yes, yes, and more yes. So it looks like it's one of those cases where let's take some time apart. Like last time, that was when Shia was dating other females. It looks like that, yeah, it's one of those cases where allegedly they may, you know, merge back together. Okay. All right, y'all. So that is it on Shia's and Mia's mini love reading, or the current energy. And with that being said, I am going to wrap up this reading. All right, everyone. So this concludes the quick tarot / oracle reading on Shia Labeouf featuring miagoth. And I need to stop saying quick because this video is long, honey. But anywho, if you guys made it to the end, please leave your comments about what do you think of today's reading? Was I on point with certain things? Do you agree with me or not? What are your thoughts and opinions pertaining to the situation on Shia? Let me know. Again, please be respectful, honey, okay? Be respectful. For requests, I am currently taking requests, but at a slow pace. I'm trying to get the ball rolling, but if you guys do have the request, if you have the patience first, do not post if you don't have the patience. If you don't bother posting, okay? But if you do have a request and you're patient about it, I will let you know that, of course, I will do your request, and I like to keep in contact with you. That way I can let you know in your comment that your request has been complete. And please be legit. I don't want nobody to do the vanishing act on me, okay? New readings debuted once a Wednesday and once a Sunday until further notice. Long story short, I am planning on, well, I begun filming the first episode of my series Love Neon with Celebrities. I am not going to tell you who it is. If you guys want to know, I would love for you to subscribe to my channel and to my social media. Plan is to get started recording episodes of Love Neon, have those episodes debut every Friday, and during that time that I am doing those episodes, I will give you guys full readings, but it could be any day of the week. You know, long story short, it just won't be like once a Wednesday, once a Sunday, okay? It may change back. I don't know. A lot of stuff is going on. Trying to
find another job and other things like that. Please pray for me, y'all. Pray for me, okay? So my social media, be sure to follow me on my social media, Instagram and TikTok. I am mainly on TikTok. From there you'll see sneak peeks, you get to know about me a little bit more. You'll see witchy videos, witchy tips, K-pop stuff. If you're a K-pop lover, I'm a big BTS, Stray Kids and ATEEZ fan, so you'll see like some memes on that. And please make sure when you subscribe to my TikTok, please, or my Instagram, please make sure you're over the age of 18, okay? Because if you cannot handle, you know, adult material, then please, I advise you not to follow, and you ain't got no business being on my YouTube page either, so you need to get out. Shoot, don't even think about subscribing. Speaking of subscribing, again, I would love for you guys to stick around and subscribe if you guys enjoyed the video. Give this video a like. It allows the video to float around the YouTube streets. And when you do subscribe, don't forget to hit that notification bell, so that way you won't miss an episode or any videos or any posts from yours truly. Card decks that were used in this video will be featured down in the description if you are a tarot oracle reader and you would love to have these card decks at hand. I'll be posting every time, all right? And lastly, I want to say, you guys, thank you for your continuous love and support. Welcome to my new followers, as always. For the good people, the good fans of Shia, like, doing this reading, I'm feeling like some sympathy towards him. It's such, I don't know what to say. I can't even explain it. It's so hard to explain, because it's like you like somebody for a very long time. Like, I had a crush on Shia since I was 10 years old, and I'm 36 right now. So it sucks to be like, oh, okay, I'm not feeling him no more, to I'm seeing that he is going through like some things. So I have some sympathy for him, and actually, you guys, I was, you know, getting amped up to start, you know, like liking him again, because I felt as though that he was turning his life around, and that's what I want for him. And I know some of y'all that, you know, aren't fans of him, don't think him that way, but he does have some good fans. So for the good fans of Shia, and myself, I pray for his recovery. I don't want to hear nothing, you know, bad happen to him. He is a father at the end of the day, and he has that beautiful baby girl tatted on his back. Nice tattoo, by the way, even though it's big, but it's nice tattoo. I don't know who the tattoo artist is, but he's on point with that. So let me stop my talking. Let's just say, let's pray for Shia that everything will be okay with him, okay? Because I feel like that you being the positive with him, that will just bring out the positivity with him. And hopefully he gets rid of the bad crap, and then he can live life to the fullest, okay? Because he deserves it. We all deserve it, all right? Okay, guys, so I think I said what I said, and if I missed anything, I'll just, you know, add it on the screen if I ain't done it already. And with that being said, I got to go. Girls gotta go to work in the morning. And as always, I'll see you all in the next video. Bye. Thank you guys so much for watching. Bye.